This podcast is for informational purposes only and should not be considered legal, medical, or mental health advice. The views and opinions expressed by the host of My Brain is a Wonderland are exactly that, views and opinions. This is Emily Ruth Henderson, and I'm the host of My Brain is a Wonderland, the podcast for neurodivergent women and the people who love them. In 2020, after a hellish pandemic, I was diagnosed with ADHD and autism. Surprise! Now, I am passionate about reaching other women just like me who've been pushed aside, ignored, and misdiagnosed for far too long. Each week, I discuss my experience navigating my 30s with these two life-changing diagnoses. There'll be highs, there'll be lows, and everything in between when you join me for Season 3 of My Brain is a Wonderland. Hello everyone and welcome back. You are here with your host Emily and I'm back. I'm back after a little bit of a hiatus. I think I haven't been on here and spoken with you guys since maybe May. And I just wanted to let you know what is going on with me and the podcast. This is going to be a short episode. It's going to be a good episode, but I just wanted to give a little life update and a little podcast update. So when I left off last, I don't like to go back and listen to episodes and see where I'm at and what I was doing. It's kind of an in-the-moment thing. And so when I left you last, I think I was in the thick of it of school. If I remember correctly, I was about to graduate with my master's. I don't think I'd already graduated, but I did graduate with my master's. Yay! And that was at the end of May, I think. Maybe. Or I submitted all my work at the end of May. I was also, if you've been following the podcast, you know, just dealing with a lot of stuff at work, so I was really stressed out. And I've done this before on the podcast. I did that on I think I've done that on every season. No, maybe not. I don't think I did it on season 2. I think I told you I was going to leave and then came back with a new microphone and a new whole thing, but I did do that at the end of season 1. I had a family emergency and just completely fell off the face of the planet for like 7 months or something. And this wasn't as long of a time, but really with school and work, I just completely fell off. And I do realize that one of the things was that I was doing those series of masking autism and masking ADHD. And so I kind of had a prescribed way of doing the episodes for weeks and weeks because I was doing those for many weeks. And once I was done with them, I really had nothing left in the tank. With school and work, I just didn't have ideas. I couldn't get it going. And I think also that's partly why I did the series, because it was an easy way to kind of pull something out of me. But now I'm done with school. Work is slowing down because we're in the summer. It's July, and that's just what happens. It's actually July 5th when I'm recording this, day after Independence Day. I'm British, but I'm a naturalized citizen, so that's really funny. Every morning on July 4th, when I wake up, my husband goes, "Happy July 4th, Redcoat," and he says that throughout the day, so it's just kind of a humorous holiday for both of us. But I just wanted to give you an update on where I'm at and what I'm going to be doing with the podcast. So I am coming back for season 4. I'm going to be launching that in about 2 weeks or so from when I post this little update. And we're going to be talking about lots of different things that I've been learning about myself and about having ADHD and being autistic. I don't know why it's having ADHD and not having autism. I don't know, whatever. So I'm going to be talking a lot about really how it's working for me, because what I've really found lately is that just knowing these things about myself has given me so much insight, so much relief, and has allowed me to enjoy life more. So I'm hoping that going forward for season 4 is going to be kind of a positive season about what you can do with these gifts, with these symptoms, with the way they come out, and what you can do by just knowing that they're going to come out, how you can adjust, and how you can move through life knowing how you're going to react and helping yourself through that stuff. And then just a little life update. Well, actually, let me just preface this with a trigger warning. It's about animals and animals being sick. So if you're going through that, maybe you do want to listen because you want to feel solidarity and hear someone else who's going through it. And maybe you don't. So I'm just going to talk for just like a minute about that. But a week ago, one of my dogs was diagnosed with lymphoma, which is a type of cancer. And I've had to be telling everyone this because everyone keeps saying, oh, fight the good fight, get better. Unfortunately, lymphoma in dogs is not curable. It is curable in humans, which I think is why a lot of people are like, get it. And I actually didn't realize either when my dog was diagnosed that it was incurable. You do not want to hear about that conversation with the vet where I was like, so how do we get it gone? But anyway, I've been dealing with that, and me and my husband are absolutely devastated. And it's taken a couple of recordings to do this without crying. So I'm really going through it again, but more serious than school and work, like these are our babies. Like we don't have kids, but these are like our babies. And if you have dogs, pets, guinea pigs, rats, mice, birds, snakes, whatever, I get it. And so I'm going to be doing some episodes about that and how I'm dealing with that with my ADHD and autism, because my husband has kind of taken on the role of taking our dog to the vet twice a week, which is a huge undertaking. And he has to deal with a lot of the front information, like, oh, he has cancer. Or actually, I was the one who got the call about that, and I was at work and had a complete and utter breakdown at work. But he has to deal with a lot of the front stuff, like how is it going? And it's just stressful. And I'm dealing with all of the making all the appointments and, paying all the bills. And so we're trying to just manage it together. But I just wanted to let you know that's where I'm at. I feel like everyone is going through something at some point, but sometimes you just hit a groove in life. And I feel like in season 3, for a bunch of months, I hit a groove. I was just feeling it. Podcast was good. Life was good. Everything was smooth sailing. Was doing well at work, making enough money. Dogs were fine. Husband's fine. And then it was like, okay, school's coming to an end. Work is dumpster. My husband actually got sick. We think it was a kidney stone, but for a while we didn't know what it was. And then, dog is dying of cancer. So yeah, I'm going to maybe do some separate episodes on that, just so it's not mixed up in the other episodes if you don't want to listen to it. But anyway, let me just cut that off. I don't want this to be a whole pity party thing. But I will be back in 2-ish weeks. I don't want to nail down a date, because if I nail down a date, I won't meet it. Okay? But I want to, in about 2 weeks, I'm going to restart with season 4, and we're going to focus on the positive. We're going to focus on what is working and how you knowing that you are dealing with ADHD and autism and knowing more about your symptoms and why you do things can be a gift, can help you take control of your life, and just all the things that come along with that. So I hope you tune in. And I dropped off the face of the planet, and I've been looking at my stats. I didn't look at my stats for weeks, and I looked at them a few days ago, and I was really humbled and really touched by how many people have been listening while I've been gone. My listens have gone through the roof. How many people have left reviews? Thank you so much. I so appreciate you supporting me. even though I just left you guys all alone. I'm so sorry. And if you have ADHD or autism, if you're neurodivergent, I hope you understand. Anyone who has emailed me over the past few months, I will email you back. I'm going to work on that. And the final thing is I'm probably going to move this podcast to a new hosting platform that allows ads. I know, groan. Just fast forward through them if you don't want to listen to them. But I need all the money I can get right now with my dog going through chemo. His chemo appointments are, so far, first round of chemo is going to be $10,000 for 16 weeks of chemo. His diagnostic tests to just find out he's having chemo, that he has cancer, were $2,900. So I am going to move to a platform that allows ads, and I'm going to be adding those in for season 4. It's also going to allow me to host a website, so if you don't want to listen through Spotify, you can go and support my website, and maybe I'll have some other newfangledy things on there, but I guess I'm rambling right now, but I'll be back in 2 weeks-ish with season 4, positive thinking, ads included, trying to save the dog, trying to work through life, and I hope you will join me for season 4 of My Brain is a Wonderland so we can work through this together. I'll see you in a couple of weeks.